Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. This run straight ahead for ETN. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On the give is ETN. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
At the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 4. Man in motion here is Washington. To throw is Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Lawrence now. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Lawrence to throw for it on fourth down. Open man left side, he's got it.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Lawrence. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
So it is 4th down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return is Goodson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and He put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Whoa! And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the first down mark.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Man in motion here is Washington. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
3rd and 7. Now here's Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll run for it with Etienne. And he is going to have the Jaguars' 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
For a Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
In motion comes Thomas. 2nd down, Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
1. Throwing is Lawrence. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good
It's
enough
a gain of 2.
for the first down.
That's another.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
In motion comes Thomas. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He'll drop this for ETN. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now on 2nd down. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6?
What a move! He's in! LaQuint Allen! Touchdown, Jacksonville!
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. To throw here to begin the drive. That's to the right side and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll bring this to about the 25. This time it's the veteran Eric Armstead on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. Roll forward. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 21.
They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Indianapolis.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We are through 1. 9-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this 2nd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
19 more
He's done it
yards.
again, back-to-back good runs. 19 this time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard
And these are the
line.
explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
A powerful run just shy of the goal line, but he has picked up the 1st down. It is 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. 2nd down.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Abdullah, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
On the play.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indy.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Jaguars 9, Colts 7.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. DJ Dallas now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Man in motion here is Washington. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll go right back to Myers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistake of who it is.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
A gain of 6.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
1st and 10. On the handoff, it's ETN. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Jacksonville.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
They put Strange in motion. Now Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They put Strange in motion. ETN now on 1st and 10. Good instinctive running there, spinning forward. Gain of about 7.
Jermaine back there on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Lawrence. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Bosa for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got Myers on the completion. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and goal.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
A 24-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return is Goodson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Colts offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down. They'll go again here with Taylor. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis. after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look deep for Pittman. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with the pick.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That one complete to Pierce. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Back to the air one more time. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. They'll look to throw again. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Amir Abdullah, touchdown Colts.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Groupie now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Colts will up it to a 2-point lead.
14, Jaguars 12.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Dallas. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Mark him at the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Now it's 2nd and 1. He'll keep it on the ground here again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On the play. 1st down, Jaguars.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
2nd down, Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Two 1st downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
A first down throw for Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Washington. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. They'll run. It's ETN. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Lawrence. To the left side. It is caught by Myers. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get this quickly to Warren on the RPO. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Trayvon Walker, the former 1st overall pick, in there for the sack.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
The Colts about to kick this one away.
For the Colts.
Oh, they had a shot there. It hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. It will come back out to the 20. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's strange. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now on second down. That's swung out to ETN. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
In motion comes Thomas. On first and 10, Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 4. In motion comes Thomas. Now second down throw for Lawrence. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
To throw is Lawrence. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
So anytime you're playing with 2 high safeties and then man coverage underneath, all the defenders are going to be inside, underneath leverage. So all those out-breaking routes, they're going to be there, and they're able to take advantage of it.
There's a short one. He's got a screen. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Lawrence now. And he's in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will up the lead to 5.
Jaguars 19, Colts 14.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, is Goodson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Give up the middle to Taylor. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They go right back to Taylor. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On the ground, Abdullah. And he's going to have a Colts 1st down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that 1st down by about a yard.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run. This is Tyler Goodson. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's 3rd down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball. And he's going to continue to get more of these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
gain of 26
That one
yards.
good for 26 yards.
The Jaguars.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Man in motion here is Washington. On first down, Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
24-yard gain.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Forced to his right. Off he goes. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and goal.
This has been a great drive and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Lawrence. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Colts 14.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Penalty is declined.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And 9.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down. And two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
A gain there of 21. First down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
A first down throw for Lawrence. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Lawrence. And caught by the tight end strain. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On the draw to give to Etienne. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. In motion comes Thomas. 2nd down, Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. That is caught by Washington. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's another Jaguars first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jaguars.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
This one complete to Washington.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Catch made right side by Thomas. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed, so they'll have to pick it up on third down. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Gain of a yard. Brings up fourth down and 1.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll look deep for Pittman. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Catch made, that's Pittman. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
First and 10 now from the 36. Now a handoff. ETN finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 25
A pickup
yards
there
on the
of
play.
25 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
It's a gain of
Explosive
25 yards.
plays. Teams understand
First
just how
down,
valuable
Jacksonville.
they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver, and incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Cam Little.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw here to begin the drive. Got his man, it's Ogletree. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so They can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
To Andrew Ogletree. A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 43-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw again. The second down throw is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down. The Jags offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, it is Allen. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This officially a 58-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jaguars will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return is Goodson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He takes off. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he just continues to show the ability to extend drives with his legs. It's not something people immediately bring up when they talk about him, Mike, but as we've seen, he's more than capable of making something happen whenever the opportunity presents itself.
Back to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he will go all the way. Alec Pierce, touchdown Indianapolis. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Groupie now, on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Colts 21.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They go back to Allen. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Another run, and again, it's Allen.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a two-possession game.
Colts 21.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Colts offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the left side and taken in by Down. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.